بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Now, today, inshallah, we're going to do a general revision which will cover all the topics taken so far, inshallah. So, the focus is going to be on both reading and writing, inshallah. So, in our writing class, we have studied the writing of the letter Ba till the letter Kha. So, in our reading class, we are in Huruf al-Halq, the letters ascribed to the throat. So inshallah, we're going to cover all these topics today. So we'll begin with the reading part. Okay, so in our reading class, we begin with al-huruf al-hijaiyah. Let me write it in, I'll write it in Arabic and in English. Al-huruf al-hijaiyah. الحروف الهجائية. الحروف الهجائية. حروف الهجائية means the Arabic alphabet. The Arabic alphabet. Alphabets or the Arabic letters. Okay, so these are the huruf al-hijaiyah. So then in our huruf al-hijaiyah, we have certain letters that have similar shapes, and we have those that do not have similar shapes. Okay. So we have identical letters and we have non-identical letters. Okay, so our identical letters are B. Let me write it this way. So our identical letters are B, B, T, and th. Then we have jim, ha, and kha. We have del and vel. We have ro and zai. We have sin and shin. We have sod. We have bod. We have ta and tha. Ain and ghain. We have fa and qaf. Are you following it?
No.
No. So non-identical. So they are the remaining letters. Kaf, lam, mim, nun, waw, ha. Yeah. Okay. So then after that, so when we talk about the identical letters, so we mentioned the importance of the dots, and the dot is called al-i'jam, right? The dot.
No.
The dot is called al-i'jam. Where should I write that? So al-i'jam. Al-i'jam. So this is very important because of the significance and the roles that al-i'jam played. So in all these letters. So if you look at the beta tha or jim ha kha or dal dal or ra zain or sin shin till fa qa, you will realize the role that al-i'jam played. So let's assume that there is no i'jam on the letter ba, ta, and tha. Would we be able to identify or to distinguish between all these three letters? They will look identical to us, right?
No.
And the same thing also applies to the letter jim and kha and the letter dal and thal. We'll be looking at them as if they are the same shape, but with i'jam, so we know the difference between them. And also al-i'jam, it is al-i'jam that gives them their names. So when we write the letter ba, ta, and tha, as it is written, as it is written now, they have no name and they are not recognizable. until we add a gem, we put a gem on it. So wherever the order is not important here, the order is not important. So it is a gem that determines which one is ba, which one is ta, which one is tha. So our ba may be here. So what matters is where is a gem? Where is the dot? The dot is at the bottom of the shape, and that makes it ba. Okay. What if this has 3 dots? And this will become tha. What if this has 2 dots? This will become ta. You can see the function of i'jam. The same thing also applies to the letter jim and kha, though ha doesn't have i'jam. So without i'jam, we will read all these letters ha. But with i'jam, let's say we have a dot on top of the shape here, and that will give us kha. What if we have it in the middle? And that will give us the letter jim. Although we don't call this middle, we call this at the bottom. This is the bottom actually, not the middle. So we get to know that when the letter jim is written at the beginning or in the middle of a letter, you see, at the beginning of a letter, this is where this is how we write the jim, right? In the middle of a letter, this is how we write the jim. So the dot is placed at the bottom of the shape. Okay, so, and that is the importance of the i'jam. It's very important. Now, then after that, we moved on to makharij al-huruf. Makharij al-huruf. Okay, have you saved this?
Yes, I have.
Okay, let me also save it. I'll write it in Arabic and also in English. Makharij al-huruf. Makharij al-huruf. Makharij al-huruf means point of articulation. Makharij al-huruf, points of articulation. So we have 5 points of articulation. Five points of articulation. Okay. Okay. Al-Jawf. What is Al-Jawf?
Al-Jawf is one of the gap between the mouth and the throat, the space between the mouth and the throat.
Empty space between the throat and so Al-Jawf. Between the throat and the mouth. This is too long. Al-Jawf. Then Al-Halq. Al-Halq, the throat. Al-Lisan. What is Al-Lisan?
Tongue.
The tongue. Al-Shafatan. Al-Shafatan. What is Al-Shafatan?
The two lips.
Al-Khayshum. What is Al-Khayshum?
The two nostrils, the nasal passage.
The nasal passage now. So these are makharij al-huruf, the point of articulation. The major point of articulation, there are 5. So al-jawf, the empty space between the mouth and the throat. Al-halq, the throat. Al-lisan, the tongue. Al-shafatan, the 2 lips. Al-khayshum, then 2 nostrils. Okay, so Al-Jawf here is not divided. So we only have 3 letters assigned to it. So we have 3 letters assigned to Al-Jawf. So the letters are Huruf al-Mad. Huruf al-Mad. I'm going to write it this way. Huruf al-Mad. So the letters assigned to Al-Jawf are Huruf al-Mad. Our Huruf al-Mad are 3. Al-Alif al-Sakina, a silent alif. Al-Waw al-Sakina, a silent waw. Al-Ya al-Sakina, a silent ya. So al-Alif al-Sakina is silent alif.
7 o'clock.
A silent alif preceded by a letter with fatha. A silent alif. So the silent alif must be preceded by fatha. A silent wow must be preceded by dhamma. A silent ya must be preceded by kasra. Okay, example. This is a silent alif, right? Are you with me?
No.
No, a silent alif preceded by a letter with fatha. Okay, let us choose the letter fa. So this gives us fa fatha, alif mad. This is alif mad. Alif mad. Fa fatha, alif mad. And the pronunciation will be fa with 2 counts. They are pronounced with 2 counts. Fa, 1, 2, 1, 2, fa. Okay, so that is how we apply it. Then the waw sakina, waw mad, is a silent waw preceded by dhamma. So this is our waw, and it has to be preceded with the letter with dhamma. Okay, we choose the letter jim. So this will be ju, and our ya is silent ya preceded by a letter with kasra. Let us choose the letter ba. B with 2 counts. Is this clear?
No.
No. So when we come to al-halq is divided into 3 parts. So they are divided into 3 parts. Here will be the upper part. Here will be the middle part. And where will be, here will be the lowest part. Okay, al-halq is divided into 3 parts. The upper part is the closest part to the mouth. Are you with me?
No.
The closest part to the mouth. And we have the middle part and we have the lowest part. So in the lowest part, 2 letters are assigned or are coming out from this part. What are the letters? The al-hamza and hamza. This is different from this. I believe you know that, right? Hamza is different from alif.
No.
Okay, so we can write hamza on top of alif and it will now be called alif. It will be called Hamza. You can write Hamza on top of wow. Once you see Hamza on wow, that is not wow, it is Hamza. You can write Hamza on ya. When you see Hamza on ya, it is not ya, it is Hamza. I believe I taught you that, right?
No.
No. So this is Hamza, and this is ha, 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 ha. Then in the middle part, we have the letter Ain and Ha. In the upper part, we have the letter Ghain and the letter Kha. So the upper part will have the letter Ghain and the letter Kha. In the middle part, we have the letter Ain and the letter Ha. And the lower part, the lowest part, we have the letter Hamza, and the letter Ha, Ha, Ha. So have you saved it?
Okay, I have now.
Anyway, if you don't save it, I have saved it already. Okay, so we're still on the middle part, right? So the pronunciation of the middle part. We haven't got to the upper part. Okay, so now the example. Hamza Kasra, E, right? Hamza Kasra. This is Hamza Kasra. It. If it is Fatha, we say Ia. The pronunciation will be different. Ia. Let's say If it is Fatha, we say aha. Are you with me?
No.
You're noticing the difference, right?
No.
So So if it is sukun, we say